what's going on, guys? It's me, your host, George E., fucking king of the castle, and I am once again here with my lovely co-host.
I'm Leslie E., and I'm the mama bear, just the mama.
There she is. Now, if you guys are noticing something different, it might be my voice. I'm getting over being sick. I had a pretty terrible cold this week. It kind of fucking sucked.
The man cold.
The man cold. Yeah, so I was being a huge baby about that. And today is our third episode of Two Sushi Rolls podcast. And today we are joined by my little brother, Mario.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, guys. Well, today's episode is going to be filled with a whole bunch of stuff. But first, we would like to say that today's episode is sponsored by Basic Roofing. If you guys need a roof done and you guys are in the Texas area, make sure you guys call Basic Roofing. You can find them on Facebook. You can also find them at basicroofing.com, right?
Basicroofingtx.com.
Nice. So make sure you guys give them a visit. Even if you guys don't want to pay out of pocket, you guys could actually go through their insurance, through your insurance. Actually, you go through your insurance provider, and they'll actually do a claim on it, and you may just have to pay for your deductible, which is nothing in comparison to a roof that could cost you thousands of dollars. So make sure you check them out. That is basicroofingtx.com. All right, guys. Well, today's episode is actually going to be a little bit on the different side. We're trying to play with our format a little bit. And we'd also like to take a quick moment to thank all the people who are actually out there listening to our podcast. We are doing really great with our numbers. We could totally tell which one of you guys are out there actually being faithful listeners. We really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, for liking the show. And like we've mentioned in the weeks in the past, we're actually going to be doing a giveaway to random people who are actually listening to our show and actually like us and follow us. We're going to be selecting a few of you guys to send you guys a Amazon gift card, as well as a Two Sushi Rolls podcast shirt. Really great quality shirts.
Yeah, we see you guys. We really appreciate it. We really do. We know.
Yeah, we know which one of you guys out there is listening to us, and we're getting a lot of listens, so that's really great. When you could actually now listen to us on Spotify, so hopefully some of you guys will actually, some of you guys will probably be listening to us on Spotify. Some of us will be listening on iTunes if you guys are on iOS, and some people will be listening on their Androids through Stitcher or Google Play. One of the issues, just in case you guys have been having it with actually listening to us through Alexa, you actually have to say, Alexa, open
Any pod.
any
first.
pod.
And once she gives you that prompt, once she greets you, then you say, after you open any pod, then you say play Two Sushi Rolls podcast. Because that's like the thing that they play podcasts on, which is any pod.
Yeah. So thank you guys out there who are listening once again, and we'll be choosing you guys in the next few weeks. We also got a lot of great guests lined up for you guys. We're in talks with a lot of great guests, a lot of different people from a lot of backgrounds, careers. So please stay tuned to find out more about that stuff.
Let's bring Mario in.
Yeah, let's bring Mario in. What's going on, man? How's Texas been, man? You've been out there for how long?
About a year now.
About a year.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
Yeah.
And how's that treating you in comparison to living, in Bolingbrook, starting a business in Bolingbrook, Illinois, taking it to Minnesota? You guys took it to Minnesota.
Yep.
How does it feel going from Illinois, Minnesota to now all of a sudden Texas? That's crazy. Weather change.
Yeah, I'm not used to the heat. The heat's not very fun to deal with. Because, if you're cold, you could always put on more layers. When you're in the heat, you can't really do much about it. You kind of have to put up with it.
Yeah.
So it's not very... I don't know why people like Texas so much. It's cool, but it's too hot for me. I like the cold.
So you didn't end up being one of those people who moves to Texas and is all gung-ho, Texas everything?
No, not at all.
So if you're from Texas, please don't get offended. We know you love your state.
Yeah, we know you guys love your state.
Yeah, I just like the cold. I prefer to stay up here. I can't deal with the heat all year long. I like my snow.
So you prefer Minnesota, working in Minnesota, or?
I prefer working at home.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, near home.
Yeah, I mean,
but
who wouldn't, right?
but Minnesota, I definitely would say was a really nice state. I really liked Minnesota. It was different from a lot of states that I've been to. It's I don't know, a lot of people pride themselves on the things that they do there, so they kind of go above and beyond. You know, you don't always see the same places everywhere you go. You know, there's a lot of mom and pop restaurants, shops, you know, all that type of stuff. So
Yeah, one of the main things that I noticed, I remember when we would take our trips up to Minnesota to do work for J1 when we were working that company. I remember the people being so nice. The moment you transferred, you know, state lines and you were finally in Minnesota, I remember how the vast difference of like people treating you like they were such friendly fucking people, man.
yeah, they're super nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's something that they actually go by, Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like their motto of being really nice.
And they got a lot of art. It's a beautiful city, man. Overall, Minnesota is just a beautiful state. Beautiful state. You know, Prince is from Minnesota, actually. Yeah, I believe he's from there.
Yeah.
He had that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he actually lived like not too far from one of people that we used to work for out there.
Lake Minnetonka or something.
Yeah,
like
by
that?
Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah. He had that song where it's like cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, well, when he passed away, his house, they lit it up with like purple lights and all that.
That's
so it was
beautiful.
like that.
That's beautiful.
It was nice.
That's awesome, man. But overall, how's Texas food? I know you've been complaining a lot about that. You came down here, and I've been taking this guy, you know, to eat as much local food as possible just because of the fact that he's been complaining about Texas food so much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's terrible. I don't like it at all. It's I don't know. I've had better food in a lot of places than there. Over there, it's just I don't know. I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking bad about Texas, you know, because I know people from Texas
Yeah.
really love the place, but I don't know. I think they could really do better with their food. I think they could up their game a little
All right,
bit.
well, let me ask you this. Let's do a little bit of some bogus shit real quick. Do a reverse shout out. What's the fucking restaurant you told like a reverse shout out? Like, suck my dick. You guys suck.
Go ahead. you can
Honestly,
say it.
Taco Cabana.
Taco Cabana, reverse shout out for Taco Cabana. Suck our
Reverse.
dicks.
Yeah, I don't like Taco Cabana.
Suck my sushi roll, bitch.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's of tacos out there.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
It's like at every corner. You see it everywhere. You can't go like a few miles down without seeing another one at the corner.
So is it like a Taco Bell
Really?
kind of thing or what?
it's like more like, yeah, I guess it's not really. They sell tacos, but the tacos suck.
So it's a restaurant that just sucks at being authentic.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, people like it, but I mean, I personally don't like it. It's not that great.
Because you're used to.
Yeah, I'm used to the authentic
Now,
Mexican food.
now the crazy thing is they're closer to the border than we are here in Illinois.
Yep.
So how the hell do they fuck up Mexican
That's
food?
what I wonder. Like, you're so close.
Yeah, because see, now I've had the same issues. Now I've taken trips to Los Angeles before, and I remember I was staying at the Ace Hotel, beautiful hotel, and right next door to the Ace, they had a taco spot, like it was just a little taco hut, right? And I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't had Mexican in a while. I've been having nothing but food from here from the hotel, and you know, here and there. I'm like, you know what? I want an al pastor taco. And I go to this place and I ordered it, and from the moment I opened up the foil to look at the taco, I was
You
like,
knew.
this is not al pastor meat. I'm like, this is disgusting. It almost looked like tinga.
Why?
It was like so. It didn't look like al pastor, and I was like, what the hell is this? I'm a chubby guy. All right, I've gotten chubby over the years. All right, I'm big boned. All right. Now I'm the type of guy who will clean a fucking plate out, even if I don't like it. I'll complain on something. It's
Yeah.
terrible, but I'm gonna just max down real quick.
Yeah, same.
Can't let it go to waste. There's kids out there starving, right? But this was one of those places where I took a bite out of the damn taco, and I was like, this is disgusting. I threw it in the trash.
No.
Right there in front of the hut. I'm like, I don't care if they feel disrespect. I'm sorry. This is disgusting. And I remember stating that. I was like, how can you be so close to the border and manage to fuck up Mexican food? That's terrible. Like, come on, man, get your shit together. So then you tell me Texas is the same way. I'm like, what?
What? Yeah, I'm
Are
very
they
confused.
like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, they have a good barbecue. I like their barbecue, but
Yeah, you were telling me people just do their brisket. Everybody's got a
Yeah.
fucking smokehouse, basically.
yeah, everybody's always smoked their meat out there.
Nice. Now we smoke meats out here too in Illinois, but that's people in crack houses in Chicago. Those are the smoke houses we have over here. Now there's actually a good barbecue place in Plainfield. Plainfield. It's called Baby Back Blues.
Yeah, that place is good.
Oh man, shout out to them, dude. If you guys are ever in Plainfield, they're off of Lily Cash Road and Route 30.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, really good spot. Really good spot. I think they've gotten some notability through like local news and all that in the past. Really good spot. They got really good rib tips, really good ribs. Did you guys know that actually ribs falling right off the bone doesn't necessarily mean they're good ribs? You don't want it to fully fall off the bone. You want it to be tender, and for it to come. But if you ever pick up a piece of rib and like it just falls straight off the bone, like it's.
It sounds
Like
a little
slips
bit too
out?
much.
It just slips out. DTF is shit to get in your mouth. Yeah, apparently that's not good ribs. You want it to have a little bit of, hold onto them. And a lot of the times when they fall off, it usually means the people sometimes boiled them beforehand.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, but see, I'm not a rib professional, so there may be
You
some people
kinda
out there.
sound like one.
No. I mean, there's probably going to be some people out there who's like, no, you have to boil them. I don't know. I don't know if you do or if you don't. I really don't. I just know that they got really good ribs. They're really tender. They're not fall off the bone, but they got a little bit of play to them. They're really good. They got a nice spicy little barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's probably better in Texas, and probably Texas will come out to us and be like, you guys got some really shitty barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, but as far as that, they could do better with their food. But they have some really nice places in Texas, though. Like once you get near the coast, they have like these vacation spots. I think it's pretty cool. They take you like on one of those what are they called? Ferries.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ferries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get on a ferry and you get to the other side, and once you get to the other side, it's like a vacation area. There's like these like vacation homes, like beach houses and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. And there's like restaurants, and I guess that's where like people go for like spring break and all types of things. It's really nice.
That's what's up. That's
It's really
what's up.
nice.
That sounds pretty.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man, that's crazy. Now, I remember the diversity in food in Minnesota being crazy different. I mean, you can go to a place and get some really good German food, which, by the way, do you remember that German restaurant? I can't remember off the top of my head what the German restaurant was. But, guys, we were lucky enough to go out to Minnesota, and we were working at the time. And
That was crazy.
we were out there for Oktoberfest, of all times. And we go to this German restaurant during Oktoberfest. They had tents outside. It went all the way inside this restaurant. They had this German band playing polka. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, it was awesome. They had this keg, a wooden keg, an old school wooden keg, right? And the band members were having people come up to the stage because in there you bought these wooden chips. And those wooden chips were basically tokens to get beers or food and so forth.
okay.
Kind of like a Taste of Chicago kind of thing.
Yeah.
Only instead of tickets, they would give you these wooden coins.
That's nice.
And but the band members on stage had like their exclusive. Shout out to my boy Ruben. All right, he has Turkbergs. These band members that had exclusive beer. It was in a wooden keg, the whole thing. And they had people like, come up, we're gonna fill up your big ass glass mug that you guys are carrying around. We're gonna fill it up with this beer. So everybody went up to the front of the stage. They fill up your, right there on stage. They fill your shit up, right? And then they raise up the mugs and they're like, ziggy zaggy, oh, oh, oh. And everybody's going crazy. And then they go, ziggy zaggy, oh, oh, oh. And then everybody chugs. Man, this beer got you so fucked up.
Oh my gosh, did it taste good?
I was so fucking drunk. How can I tell you?
Oh.
Yeah, that day was crazy.
It was crazy. But let me tell you this. They had only 3 kinds of beers. They were all German beers. They had your light beer, your medium colored beer, and then your dark beer. That 3 beers. But it was all German stuff. Man, they were selling food there with those wooden tokens. And I mean, you can get authentic German food. But that was in the tents. Now you can go inside of the restaurant and actually sit down and eat. It was a big, actually.
Okay.
It was like maybe like a 4 or 5 star restaurant.
Yeah.
Beautiful restaurant. It's not like any little shitty place.
Oh no.
It was a really nice restaurant. So we sit down. We're like, you know what? Let's have dinner. We're already pretty drunk. We start ordering these crazy cocktails. I believe the cocktail that I got it wasn't German now. I went in there and I got a Jolly Rancher cocktail. So it was like this alcoholic beverage, but they grind it up with all this ice and Jolly Rancher. It was really good. And so we're all in there. We're like, well, we don't know what to order. And there they sell you stuff like you can buy individual plates. but people go there to get like their smorgasbords or whatever, which is like you order this thing and it comes with like multiple platters of food that everybody at the table could just dig at.
Oh, kind of like a buffet, kind of.
Yeah, but at your
Yeah,
table.
table.
And so we're like, you know what? Let's get this one. This one has all kinds of meats and all kinds of, balls and all, like it was all kinds of crazy
And
shit.
you guys are drunk, so you're like,
And we're drunk.
hungry.
Yeah, and it was me, Mario. It was my brother Juan, my brother Israel, Christian.
Christian was with us.
Who else was with us that day? That was us. That was
a lot
it,
of
right?
People
That was
getting
it.
That was
fucked
it.
up.
Yeah, and we're all getting fucked up, right? And they bring us our food, and there's all this food we've never tried before. It's all German, like everything's
Nice.
German.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was really good. Foods we've never tried before. And we're like, whoa, I don't know what this is.
But let's
But
get it.
it's good. It's wunderbar. And we're eating, and this guy comes up with his accordion and starts playing, which I still have footage of that. This guy starts playing accordion table side to us. He's playing all this music. And we're just like, we're all these Mexicans just sitting in a German restaurant, drunk as hell, completely out of our element, loving every second of it. So we finish our meals, and, we're all chilling, and the waiter comes up to us, and what does he offer us, Mario?
Some snortable tobacco.
Which they call, it was like, what, snuff, right? Or snuff, right?
Yes, something like that. I don't remember.
It's snortable tobacco. This is huge in Germany. All right. So he pulls out this little container and this little tape, like this little wooden tray, but has a little wooden hammer built into it with a spring.
Okay.
So on the end of the tape, on the end of this little tray, if you could imagine it, he pours out a little bit of this tobacco at the end of it, right? And he brings it up to your face, and he pulls back that little hammer. So when that hammer slaps down on the board, the tobacco basically pops up, jumps in the air from like the little hammer hitting the table, and you got to snort at that time.
Oh.
And he's like, "You guys want to try it? It's free." And we're like, "You know what? Fuck it. You only live once."
YOLO.
And my brother Israel, a little bit too excited. I don't know what else he's been putting in their noses. He gets like, he's like, "I'll go first." We're like, "Cool." He goes up to this fucking thing, and the guy does his whole ziggy-zaggy thing again, and boom, and he brings that shit in, and he's like, "Holy shit, it's pretty cool." And the guy's like, "You guys want some?" I'm like, "Dude, I'll try it. Fuck it, let's try it, right?" Now remember, guys, this is German culture. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna be a disrespectful fucking idiot.
Even though you're drunk.
I'm drunk. I'll snort whatever the fuck you bring to my face. You tell me this is German Coke, I'm gonna snort it. I'm just kidding, but no, seriously, I wouldn't snort Coke now. But no, he brings up the tobacco, and it's fucking menthol.
Okay.
So I mean, they got this in natural or menthol or chocolate or whatever the hell you want. And it's in a little circle
Like
tin.
cigarettes.
Yeah, it's in a tin, literally the size of like Carmex lip balm. The little tubs.
Yeah.
Literally, just like that. And we all did it all around the table. Everybody, the most timid of people, tried it. It was a hell of an experience. But here's the thing: this tobacco gives you a rush. Because you're snorting it, it's being processed quicker than if you were to smoke it or anything like that. So it gives you like this awake feeling. It's very minor. It's not crazy big, but it does give you a little bit of a rush. It gives you a nicotine rush. And we're like to the guy, we're like, "This is crazy. This is awesome." And he's like, "You guys like it? We sell it before you guys walk out."
Oh.
And then I'm like, "No shit." So we're walking out, and I had spent all my money on these wooden coins to buy stuff outside.
Shit.
And I'm walking around there. I'm like to my brothers, I'm like, "Guys,
Please.
please hook it up. I don't got any cash on me. I'm not gonna go to the ATM right now. Spot me some cash. I want to buy some of this." And everybody's like, "Yeah, sure." And I go and I ask to get 110, and up walks Israel, and he's like, "Can somebody spot me money too?" Everybody's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 to 3 tens." Remember that?
Yeah, he got.
I'm getting 110. I'm like thinking this is gonna last me. I'm gonna bring it out as like conversation, a little conversation piece when
Yeah.
people come over and we're drinking. Like, "Oh, look, got this in Minnesota. This is a traditional German thing." This motherfucker's ready to go with 3 fucking cans.
He's like, I already know. We'll go
He's
right
ready.
through this.
He's running from jump. He's already at the finish
I
line.
still remember the waiter when he first asked us. He's like, "So it looks like you guys like to party." We're like, "Yeah." so you guys want to try this snortable tobacco? And we're like, yeah, sure. Really? All right. A lot of people usually say no. So the guy was equally as excited as we were just to see it.
He's like, I haven't used my clapboard here in
Yeah.
quite some time. But the tables around us, they were like, what are they doing over there?
That's pretty cool.
I think a lot more people got into it, but it's a really, really, really wonderful experience. It really is. And some people out there, I got this one friend. His name's Jose. I've actually contacted him to see if he wanted to do the show, but really cool guy, really smart guy. But one of the main reasons that I like following him on social media is that this guy is one of the most adventurous eaters out there. Really cool guy. I mean, he's out there trying Filipino food. He's trying all kinds of soul food out. He tries foods that I've never even heard of, and I see him trying, and I'm like, man, that looks so good. Those are the kind of people everybody needs to strive
You
to
need
be.
to travel,
Yeah, don't be a
right?
picky
Yeah.
eater, man. Travel, get some experiences, try some food that you would never even consider trying to eat, you know?
Especially if you're traveling, like, come on.
Right. I mean, you don't know what you're gonna like. There's some like, and this is something that I've always brought up to people. When you're within your own culture, there are foods that you guys may have grown up with that other people may think it's disgusting. You know, like for example, you know, a lot of black people grow up eating chicken gizzards, fried chicken gizzards, stuff like that. You bring those to a white people's house, they'll be like, no, what the hell? No, I'm not going to try that. But to them, they're like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
With Mexicans, we have a lot of stuff. We eat lengua tacos, you know,
Yeah,
tongue
people think
tacos.
that's
Yeah.
gross,
We
but
the brain we
for
don't, you know,
us.
and it's not even just Mexicans. There's a lot of cultures that eat a lot of the, you know, the byproduct that
Every
you know
part.
that you know some people will be like, ew, I'm not eating that. I'm only going to eat ribeye. But once you step out of your element, you'll find out that something that sounds as gross as, oh, we're eating brains. There's some brain quesadillas out there that you guys like. If I were to give you guys a bite, you guys would be like, man,
Without
this
knowing.
is without knowing. You guys would be like, man, what is this? This is so good. And the moment I tell you guys it's brains,
you're going to be like,
you're gonna freak out.
yeah.
Like when they give people brains on, what was that show, Fear Factor or whatever?
Fear Factor with Joe Rogan, yeah.
Like, what? Some people eat that in tacos, dude.
Yeah, and people are over here like vomiting and getting
Oh,
cheered. It's like, dude,
goodness.
it's not a big deal. I eat that shit. Add a little bit of salsa. You're good to go, homie.
It's even like with sushi with raw fish. Like some
Yeah.
people are like, that's disgusting. But me, even pregnant, oh man,
Yeah.
eat raw fish all day.
Yeah, even though they say you shouldn't be eating raw fish, shut the fuck up.
It-
Women in
it's-
Japan do it every fucking day. Just because it's not the norm in the U.S. doesn't
You,
mean somebody's gonna
obviously,
die.
if you're pregnant, don't get it from like the back streets. Like you have to go to a good place that you know their fish is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
long as it's good,
Yeah,
eat it up all
sushi's
day.
good.
Yeah, I love sushi.
I could eat it every single day of the week.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's nothing better than that. And there's actually there's this sushi roll that one time I got, and I can't even remember what the spot was or what city it was. I just remember that they brought you out a roll that was a raw quail egg in between, like, you know, the seaweed wrap.
Yeah.
It was just beautifully dropped in there. It was a quail, and if you guys haven't had a quail egg before, it's tiny. It's a little
No.
egg, tiny little egg. They drop it in there. I honestly thought that the quail egg was gonna be weird just because it was raw, right? I'm like, I mean, how good is raw egg, right? No, it's very flavorful. Quail egg. And I don't know how you guys eat your eggs, but if you guys ever eaten, like, you know, sunny side up, I believe is what they called, or a fried egg or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it got a little bit of yellow to
Yeah,
it.
sunny side up.
Yeah, I mean that stuff's delicious. I love dipping my toast in that.
Yeah, I
You
love
know?
that too. So,
Yeah, but this quail egg roll, I mean, it's literally just it's a roll with one quail egg into it. Man, one of the most delicious fucking rolls I've had. And it sounds so simple. It sounds so simple,
sounds
but
good.
but it's really good. It's
And-
really
Yeah, I
good.
tried it.
And I never liked sushi before meeting George.
Yeah.
No,
And
no
now
way.
it's my all-time favorite food
Oh,
of
yeah.
like all time. Like anything I crave, it would be always sushi.
Yeah,
Forever.
sushi's the best. I love sushi. But I don't know. I've seen some videos and some people were like eating like fried, like huge tarantulas. I don't know about all that.
I'll eat that. I'll eat that.
Oh yeah, well George really.
I would eat that.
I don't know if I try that.
Fuck that! I've tried it. And see, we got our. By the way, guys, I want to bring something up real quick. During the building of this podcast, it's doing well. We're starting to get a lot of views. We're getting, you know, featured here and there. Thank you very much, Spotify. But no, right now we actually got a new producer, a new intern. It was our first host. I mean, our first guest,
Mo.
Mo Sadiq. He's over here being our producer. Have you ever tried anything like crazy like that, insects, tarantula-wise?
I've tried octopus. I've tried squid.
Oh, well, we've all tried
Yeah.
that.
Camel brain.
Camel
camel
brain.
Camel brain. It's very much like scrambled eggs. It's prepared and it's a Yemeni dish.
Oh.
It's a traditional
What do you think about that,
dish.
Mario? Would you ever eat camel brain?
I mean, I guess if it was like prepped for me already and like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't like Indian food, but if you live in the UK or anything like that,
Oh, that's everywhere.
Yeah. Indian food in the UK is like finding a Mexican restaurant here in the
Yes,
US.
yes.
It's the exact same thing. It's like you see Mexican joints out here in the US everywhere. It's got like, Burrito Loco, whatever. In the UK, it's all Indian food. It's Indian food. I'm a huge fan of Indian food. I've had clients before where, starts getting close to like, when it was like 11. This is back in my younger years. And they'd be like, hey, you like Indian food? I'm like, well, I've never had it before. And they're like, well, can you handle spicy?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm Mexican. Yeah, I can handle spicy. You sure? Because this is really spicy. My wife makes this really spicy. I'm like, bro, bring it on. And I see these ladies, and it's very similar to how watching a Mexican woman cook Mexican food. It's a lot of hand, mixing stuff with hands. It's very hands-on for real. Like you're making masa with your hand, you're doing all that kind of stuff. And I've tried a lot of different dishes that a lot of people were like, man, I'm really turned off by like dude, it's their seasonings. Their
Oh, it
seasonings are
sounds
strong.
so
They're
good.
different. You have to recalibrate your palate to understand that, yeah, it's gonna taste different. You've never had this, but give it a chance. I mean, tikka masala. Leslie
Yeah.
makes a great tikka masala.
And
Oh
it
my
just
god!
smells so good. I like cooking it because it smells really good.
And here's the thing, basmati rice. All right,
Oh, that's
don't use
amazing.
any other kind of rice. Use basmati rice.
Yeah, once George told me to go out and buy it, find it. Oh, it was so good. I was
It's
like, what
so
the
good.
heck?
This rice is known for being very it has a really good aroma, really good flavor naturally.
Like naturally, like,
Yeah,
nothing.
you can eat this thing by itself, and it's actually got a very savory taste
Yeah.
to it. It's a very good rice. Now, I actually learned about this rice from Mo. Well, I remember one time we went to a Middle Eastern market, and I was gonna cook some stuff. And I'm like, dude, they don't have regular rice. And he's like, nah, man, you got to go for basmati. Get basmati rice. It's really good. I cooked it for my first time, and I was like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Ever since then, anytime Leslie goes out and does shopping, I'm like, hey, can you bring back a bag of basmati? No matter what she's going to make. I think we've had Cuban rice with basmati, have we
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
She made Cuban rice, arroz con gandules. She made that using basmati rice.
Oh, nice.
You all can't fuck with this girl. Y'all can't fuck with this. All right?
so good.
It was so fucking good. If you guys ever get a chance, try this rice. And if you're a sushi fan like we are, you should already know that step one to any good sushi roll is the rice.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not the fish. A lot of people think that it's the fish. No, you can catch fresh fish from anywhere. Anywhere in the world, there's going to be good fish. Yes, there's going to be those places that are going to order some frozen ass shit that, it's been frozen for weeks or whatever, which, by the way, sushi fish sometimes is, in a lot of places in the U.S., it's actually pre-frozen to kill off anything like that.
Yeah.
Unless you're working with a true professional who knows how to tell if there's parasites, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, the number one step is good rice. It's good rice. You can't just do it with regular white rice. And basmati rice, man, it's on the top.
Yeah, that rice is
It's
delicious.
on the top of my list. Did they have any good sushi in Texas?
Never had any
In Texas, did you see any sushi places there?
that I could think off the top of my head that I'd seen. No, not that stood
But they're
out.
right by an ocean. Like I.
That's crazy. Now, here's
Yeah.
my question. How long have you been out there for Texas again? I'm sorry.
Almost a year now.
No.
So like
For a whole year, you didn't eat sushi. Dude, what the fuck? That's hell.
yeah,
terrible.
that's why that was one of the first things I wanted to come eat was sushi.
Oh,
Damn. Moment of silence for all our Texas people
Yeah.
who can't have fish.
I mean, I don't know.
Sushi.
There might be spots, but I didn't see them like.
Fuck them. If you can't trust them to do good Mexican food, I'm not gonna trust them to give me a good
That's
fucking.
that's kind of what I figured.
I wouldn't trust these sons of bitches to
Oh,
cook me a
shit.
fucking a California roll. I wouldn't even trust them with that.
oh shit.
But So you're on Texas. Tell us a little bit of what you're doing out there, man, with basic roofing. Which, you've kind of led me onto a little bit of it, but tell us a little bit more about basic roofing, man. I'm really interested in this stuff.
Well, the company had started about going on 2 years ago, and it really kind of started getting big once the hurricane hit.
Uh-huh.
And most of our work is basically insurance work. So we handle the insurance claims for the customer. We navigate them through the whole process. We help them get as much and maximize their claim. Since they are paying their premiums every month, they deserve to get what they pay for
Right.
and what they're promised, when they think they're signing into this insurance. But, a lot of these insurances, they're not in it to
Actually help.
yeah,
you.
to give money out. They're there to pay as least as possible. So, I mean, from what I've heard, that some people even say that supposedly they've taken they have classes to teach you how to deny claims. So I mean,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So these are the people you guys are paying, by the way, guys. You guys are paying these insurance companies to, legally protect you from all kinds of stuff, and they're out there just to make a fucking buck. They're just there to screw you over, just like any other institution.
Yeah.
Which I really hate, man. I see people on Facebook all the time trying to push the whole insurance sales or whatever. They give off such scammer smells, like it really comes off like a multi-level marketing scheme. And all these fucking people are trying to sell this insurance. Oh, join my team. It's like, what are you talking about? And these people consider themselves entrepreneurs. I got into this huge debate with this one girl, right? And she's like talking like she's an entrepreneur, and I'm like, you're not an entrepreneur. I grew up in an entrepreneur household. We grew up in an entrepreneur household.
Yep.
We grew up building businesses. You get what I'm saying? We know what goes into that. And anybody who goes out there and has to pay for some stupid course to show you how to bamboozle people into buying a stupid fucking product, rule number one of entrepreneurship, you don't want your customer to feel like they're being sold anything.
No,
And the
that's
first thing you
true.
guys do is go on social media, and it's like sell, 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 sell. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, why the hell do I want to buy some insurance from you? I can go to State Farm, I can go to Farmers Insurance, all that kind of stuff, and get my insurance through there. Why am I gonna buy it from some fucking rando on Facebook? Like it has that MLM vibe to it, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So these people are never in it to help you. And so you guys are out there after the storm, and all these people are getting screwed over with their insurance company saying, we're not going to cover this. We'll only cover what's the worst case scenario you've seen so far where the least they wanted to cover?
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of different cases where they'll literally only try to pay either half of what it's actually worth,
Uh-huh.
or sometimes completely deny them because all sorts of types of reasons. And I guess that's where we come in hand, because we try to help the customer. Because the thing is, over there in Texas, the laws are different in different states. But in Texas, being the contractor, you can't talk about the policy.
So you can't talk policy.
You
in
can't
Texas.
you can't talk policy if you're the contractor. All you have to dispute is line items and why.
And what is a line item?
So basically, the line item would be siding, removing siding and replacing it. That's the line item.
Gotcha.
And sometimes they'll be like, oh, we're not paying for the siding to be removed and replaced. And we have to tell them, well, in order for us to do that, we have to remove some of the siding because there's flashing that goes up the wall and it's behind the actual siding. So we have to remove the siding in order to replace that. To
But
give
you
them.
can't talk about that.
But no, you could talk the line item. But you can't speak policy. You can't tell them oh, right here it says it in the policy that you guys have to pay for that.
So even something like that, where for a fact, you can't even basically be like, no, you guys have to cover this. It's in the insurance claim.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't even do that.
You can't even do that.
So it's almost like it's helping the insurance, that state.
Yeah, basically. So
basically, the insurance company they're like, legally keep your fucking mouth shut. You're not allowed to talk about this.
yeah, exactly. So that's where you go and you talk to the customer and you make them say these things, so that way they're aware that when sometimes they're gonna try to say these things and most people they'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. You
Yeah,
know,
like,
they
they
know
won't
they know
really
better.
know.
They know better than me.
Wow, that's pretty sketchy.
So that's where we come in hand because sometimes
Well,
the insurance
you guys
is
help
really
them.
yeah. We help them do that because we help them tell them like, no, this has to get paid for. This
And
has to get paid for.
And so how bad is the damage after the hurricane? You guys have been there storm chasing, and that's a term that has been relatively new for me. Like this whole storm chasing. I hear that it's new to me. But for the people out there who don't know what storm chasing is, like tell us a little bit more about that and how bad is the damage you guys have seen after the hurricane?
Well, I mean, the storm chasers they really go anywhere where there's any type of acts of God like that. I mean, even there's some people who they chase hailstorms. They chase tornadoes. Damages after that. So they go out and they basically find these storms and help people, and
Right.
yeah, so.
To help with the damage.
Yeah,
basically, the
to help with
house.
the damage, because in situations like that, there's not going to be a lot of.
And I mean, like a roof. is
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I mean, everybody's going to be booked. So I mean, in situations like that, it's a good thing, because all these contractors come out and they help, fix the cities, as fast as possible to where if, because everybody needs their roof. Like after the hurricane, everybody was booked.
Yeah.
Like they needed as much help as possible.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Now this is one crazy thing. Les, the day that you said your parents were getting their roof done, and that was in Plainfield.
Yeah.
How were they approached about the whole situation?
About changing the roof.
Yeah, how did they approach you guys?
I'm not
Did your
too-
parents actually go out and look for somebody, or were they solicited?
I think they had to look for someone because at that point the roof was causing damage inside the house.
So your parents noticed the damage.
Yeah.
And how how have you guys gone about that with actually finding like I'm pretty sure it doesn't just fall in your lap. How have you guys been getting all the? I mean, you guys are growing a huge company in such a short period of time out there in Texas.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, we've been very lucky and blessed, to have to for all this to be happening to us. A lot of companies take years and years to get the type of jobs that we've been getting lately. Like we just did a school in Texas, in Yorktown, Texas, and we completely renovated the gym for them. And that was a huge job. These people, the other company, that contracted us, they do jobs and airports, things like that,
No, man.
schools, but I guess they're mainly known for, working with schools a lot.
So the size of that job must be huge because you're saying it's a gym for an actual school, like a high school.
Yeah, it's a gymnasium, yeah.
What is it, a high school or?
It's actually, it has all grades in it. So it's like an elementary, high
That's
school,
weird.
and middle school.
So this thing must be huge.
Yeah. Something.
It's a small town where the school's at, but so since it's such a small town, I guess they built like different buildings around the actual like property, like one for the
Gotcha.
elementary, one for the middle school,
And how big is that project? What's the scope of that project? Because I mean, it has to be a huge gym. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of what structural work. With
Yeah,
that?
we even did structural work. Yeah, we were changing out like the iron purlins, all that type of stuff. Changing the metal paneling, the metal roof, insulation, all that type of stuff. So
And how big was that job?
that job was pretty big. It was about like a $200,000 job, if not a little bit more.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, with change orders and all that. Yeah, it was a big job. And yeah, well, there was another customer that we have, she's the doctor, and she had a building, and we filed a claim on her roof because it's a school as well, and I guess part of it's like a building that they rent out, and it's like a jumpaline or something like that. It's like one of those like trampoline places for kids. So we filed a claim on hers, and we had been fighting it for like about 8 months. So it wasn't an easy claim,
get.
we were fighting it. We had to, hire a public adjuster to get involved in it. Engineers get involved in it.
And what's a public adjuster for the people who don't know what that is out there?
Well, the public adjuster is basically somebody who comes in and they could speak policy.
Okay, so in Texas, you need one of these guys.
Yeah, you need one of these guys if they start. Then there's different steps. There's getting a public adjuster. And then after that, there's other steps that you could take to, I guess, fighting the claim. When they start getting the actual engineers out and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the adjuster basically, he helps he helps the customer fight the claim because he could actually speak policy to where we could just
Gotcha.
speak line item. So when we have our report and then the customer gets the public adjuster and they do their report, and when both our reports kind of match each other's, they kind of have nothing to dispute about it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're kind of
Okay.
forced into actually paying it
They-
or negotiating
They
in
have
some
to
way.
do what they have to do.
Yeah,
basically, what
exactly.
they're getting paid to do.
Yeah, like they didn't want to pay for this one. We had to take it to the engineers, and it turned from like what was I think like $30,000, and it ended up turning to like a $300,000 job.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah, so we're still trying to fight because there's a lot of work, and not even that's gonna cut it.
Wow, that's crazy. So you guys are actually out there working with, huge scope of numbers.
Yeah, yeah, pretty big numbers. I'm not gonna say they're the hugest numbers. There's a lot of other companies,
Making bigger, but of
But-
course, I mean,
But yeah, but
For
we're
a
getting there.
company that's been around only for 2 years,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
that's pretty fantastic. Now, you came out here from Texas to kind of take a break.
Yeah,
Workflow kind of just got stuck to you, though. You've been working a little bit, and in the process of you guys being out here, your project manager ended up picking up some jobs because you guys are transferring the company here to Illinois, correct?
yeah, we're opening up another branch out here.
Nice.
So we're expanding from Texas to Illinois as well.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so
And so you guys are out here on vacation. It was you and your project manager that actually came out here, right?
yeah.
And in the process, how long have you guys been out here for? Like 2-3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks now.
About 3 weeks. And in the process of 3 weeks, you were telling me earlier that you guys picked up more projects, but out here.
Yeah.
Pretty big ones.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The project manager, Christian, yeah, he started putting some word out there, and well, right now we're gonna see if we can get this job at the Ziegler dealership in Chicago.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah. And he was telling me that there was like a whole bunch all over Chicago. Like,
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
So you guys are now doing dealerships out here. You guys are doing a lot of commercial properties.
Yeah. So we're starting to get our feet in Illinois.
Nice.
That's crazy. Now, we were just talking about, and this is a big thing, and I hate to bring it right back to this, but so we were talking about how insurance companies out there right now are, there's some really sketchy ones coming out that are coming off like MLM a little bit. Now, I had my producer over here. Now, he knows how much I hate these multi-level marketing schemes. Pyramid schemes, folks. They're literally pyramid schemes. Don't fall for them.
Yeah, if you're a mom, you know about Herbalife.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. So, Mo, can you come over here real quick? Tell me a little bit about this whole, a specific brand of insurance companies you were saying.
I don't know if it's okay to mention their name, but they rhyme with Limerica. And anyway, I mean, just to give you the kind of stark contrast in what we're talking about with actual insurance vendors and like these other kind of MLM type people. I mean, I took a 6-hour course. A Russian guy helped me cheat so that I could pass, so that I could get state certification to sell insurance. And I was ready to go. And then it was pretty much just, it was very much a multi-level marketing scheme. Like, I got to go out there and get other people to work with me on this insurance scheme thing and get them in to invest and take the class, and they got to pay for it. And if I get so many people registered, then I make some money. And really, not much of it was about talking about insurance or policies or any of that.
So
Just
it's
helping
really
people.
not entrepreneurship, basically, is what you're telling me.
No,
it's
no.
just it's a scheme. You guys,
It's-
anybody who doesn't even have a business background or doesn't even know how to open or run a business, this is not a business.
It's hey, dude, you want to be a businessman? Go tell 10 of your friends to give you $50, and then you give that to me, and I'm gonna give you 20 of it, and that's a business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Mo, for that. Yeah. So see, guys, it's just a fucking multi-level, and I got into an argument with this girl. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. And she was over here trying to post these quotes about how to be an entrepreneur and all that. And then I'm like, I wouldn't consider that being entrepreneurship. If you really want to break it down, I mean, are we going to sit here and call drug dealers, entrepreneurs? I mean, yeah, they're selling something. So are you. That doesn't make you an entrepreneur, I mean, by definition, maybe, it's very vaguely there. But you're not going to sit here, piss on my back, and say it's raining. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys are selling fraudulent claims, I'm sure. You know?
Yeah, they're saying that like Herbalife, it was like one of those that like can get you pregnant at 40 when you're trying.
Crazy. That's
It's like,
crazy.
come
How can they
no.
promise that with a dietary supplement? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with you guys. So don't stop listening. This is the Two Sushi Rolls podcast. Once again, guys, just to remind you, today's episode is sponsored by Basic Roofing. If you guys are in shopping for a new roof because you guys are noticing that there's leaks on the inside, you're noticing that there's damage, driving up your driveway, some people can see up on top of their house, you see stuff missing, give Basic Roofing a call. If you're in the Texas area, they are soon to be coming to Illinois, but right now you could actually visit them on basicroofingtx.com. All right. Well, thank you for our sponsors for sponsoring today's show. We actually earlier were in the midst of talking about this whole insurance fraud crap that's going around. Our producer said we're not allowed to say their names, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys have been approached by some weirdos out there who are asking if you want to make some comfortable living from home and scratching your balls or whatever the fuck it is they want to pitch at you. Stupid. Don't do it.
It's like a lot of stay-at-home moms get that too. Like, because I have a lot of pictures of like me and my daughter all over my Facebook. I get friend requests from random moms.
And what do they say? You want Herbalife?
Yeah, and all over their account, it's all Herbalife. And I'm like, oh, that's why you're friend requesting me, because you could tell that I'm with my daughter all day.
You're like, how is a loser like me getting a friend request right now? This is fishy.
Well, yeah, I was just like, I don't know you.
Like, have you guys ever seen one of the like gray bands?
Oh my god, yeah. Wow, people fall for that. This is their actual legit website. No, it's not.
What? Yeah.
Do you not have Google? Just do a quick Google search,
how do
dummy.
people fall for that? But I guess it's like the older or the really young people. That's a...
I don't know. I know some people
Oh.
that just recently posted about it. Some silly dumb fools.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd be surprised how stupid people are. But yeah, no, with MLMs, I'm really against them. Yeah, I'm like to the fucking core. I am so against MLMs.
Because they're just
They're disgusting. They're
people.
disgusting. What happened to all those people that promised you should be here? You guys remember those people? They're
Right.
holding up those dumb little blue signs.
On, like,
You
the
should
beach.
be here.
On the beach, right?
Yeah. What happened to all those people? Did that whole
They're
company
not on
get
the beach.
dismantled?
They're not on the beach.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just seen people at music festivals holding those up.
It's
I didn't know that was
crazy.
a thing.
I can
Yeah.
guarantee
It was an
everyone.
MLM. You should be here. I had this one guy. I didn't know who the hell he was. And just like you, how you said, you had a random person adding you, right? I had a random person adding you, right? But I saw that we had mutual friends. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
okay. So I add him, and he gets, he hits me up in the message. He's like, hey, you trying to make extra money? And who isn't, right?
Duh.
But I'm like, but no, I'm pretty good right now. Oh, well, I can make you extra money and you can travel. I'm like, well, I'm already doing that. Well, yeah, but you can do this and blah, 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 blah. And he's trying to pitch me this whole thing, right? And he saw that I was kind of being like, no, I'm okay. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to like kind of No, man, I'm good. I'm good. And this guy hits me with, well, you know what? I'm gonna become a millionaire with or without you. I'm like, what? And I'm like, all right, man, good luck. You know, go out there, be a millionaire. See you there too. You know, hopefully one day. You know.
Damn, he just said I'm gonna be a millionaire without you.
I swear to God, that's what he told me. And guess what?
Is he a millionaire?
Convincing.
No, he's working a restaurant job.
Oh.
He's flipping burgers, people.
Oh, what a surprise.
What a surprise,
He
right?
went out and became a millionaire without you, huh?
Yeah, and Herbalife is extremely predatory towards Hispanics. That I have noticed.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
that whole thing
Yeah.
where, and why did, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're predatory. They want people to spend all their money, and then it's extremely, difficult to completely get yourself out of that. You know, it's just a dietary supplement. People are getting fooled into this, and yeah, I mean, it even gets plugged in novelas. Herbalife.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm being told by my producer.
Like, it was so bad, actually. Last week tonight with John Oliver, they did a show all about multi-level marketing and Herbalife, and they're so predatory against the Hispanic community that this British guy made sure that they did the entire fucking episode in Spanish.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen
it
that.
was
I
in
seen that.
Spanish.
Just
Yeah.
to get the point across.
It's crazy, people. You
Dang.
guys really have to make sure you guys watch out. They had like Melaleuca, which is just basically tea tree oil. That's all it was. All right, it was a product based around tea tree oil. Like, dude, all right, cool. So you found out that an essential oil does all this cool stuff. So does lemon.
So does
All right, you know, am I gonna start selling lemon as a fucking MLM? Like, calm down, people.
It's just like I feel like a lot of people fall for it, especially like if you are like a stay-at-home mom, you want to make money, or like Hispanics, like they hustle. They're like, oh, this is like a hustle. Like,
Just do the old-fashioned trick. Just go suck some dick. No, I'm just kidding, people. Do not go out and suck dick.
that's
I'm not
illegal.
promoting that. I'm not promoting that. My wife gave me a stern look like, No, don't go out there and suck dick, people. Definitely don't. I mean, hand jobs, maybe,
Oh my goodness.
I believe in the Asian massage field, that's called a two-handed tsunami. Me love you long time.
Oh, okay.
I'm just joking. No, but seriously, guys, don't fall for this crap. This stuff is extremely disgusting and predatory. And to all you people out there who are selling it, thinking that you guys are some like next level entrepreneurs, that's not entrepreneurs. You know what? Entrepreneurs go without eating for a good period of time because they're so confident in what they are actually trying to build. They go. It's
And
never
they work
it's never easy.
hours.
Yeah, it's hourless.
Yeah, it's never just from your home.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you start a business and then automatically it's something that it's like, I'm making millions of dollars or thousands of dollars and at the start. No, it's a huge process. It takes a lot of building. It takes a lot of bad times to finally get to the good times. So it's one of those things where you really gotta know what the hell you're gonna be getting yourself
it's
into.
blood, sweat, and tears.
And
Yeah, it's never easy. Like how if someone's come up to you and being like, "Are you ready to make $500 in your first week?" It's like, nah.
Nothing in life is that
It's
easy,
not
man.
that easy.
What the
we
hell?
really wish it was. We
Yeah,
really
I mean,
wish.
if it really was that easy, wouldn't you guys think that everybody out there should be like,
Well, this would be a known thing.
everybody would be set? That's not how it works, guys. You have to check out how the economy is in the specific platform that you're actually about to take on. I mean, this isn't just an overnight thing. Nothing is ever going to be easy, and I feel that that's the problem with the younger generation nowadays. They fall for this crap because they're promised, oh look, you're gonna become rich real quick, and that's it. That's never the solution. I feel like I've always taken a lot more confidence when somebody's pitching me something. They're like, hey man, do you want to get in on doing this? I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be very tough, it's gonna be tireless work, but hopefully between this period and this period we should see some stuff, because but I want to see people who know what the hell
they
they're
have
talking
a
about.
plan.
They
They
have a plan.
know they're
Yeah.
truthful that it's not going to be great right off the bat.
That girl that I was telling you, that she's like, I'm entrepreneur. She tried telling me, yeah, but can you run your business without being there? Well, first of all, if you're a true entrepreneur
What?
and you're actually like, these guys don't stop working.
They
You
do
think that
not.
these guys become rich and they're at home scratching their balls? No, dude. They're still working. They're still working. Anybody who promises you that you're going to be sitting at home doing nothing is a fucking liar. Is
Yeah.
a fucking liar.
It's no.
And this girl, she works at a dentist's office. And she had the audacity to ask me, yeah, but can your guys' business run without you guys being there? Or is it something that's... Bitch, shut the fuck up. Go clean the toilets over there, because that's what she is. She's not even a dentist. She's just a fucking... a receptionist.
And we're not saying that job's
And
bad.
I'm not
just the
because you
fact
know what,
that-
I have a lot of respect for people who are dental hygienists, nurses do more work than doctors do a lot of the times. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh yeah,
You
and
know?
if you've had a kid, you know
Yeah,
that the nurse is there
yeah,
and
so-
the doctor's there the last 5 minutes.
Exactly. So nurses are actually out there doing more work than they're actually being paid for or even being credited for. But what I'm talking about is those pain in the ass receptionists that try to act like they know more than the doctor. Like they're working for the doctor's office. Oh my God, they know everything. And that's how this girl was. She works at a dentist's office as the manager, receptionist, or whatever the hell she wants to call herself. And she's over here trying to talk to me
Hell.
about entrepreneurship. Honey, I know how a business works. I know how business works. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that I don't know how business works because somebody pitched you this fabricated insurance fraud crap that you're trying to fucking pull off on people. Screw you.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah, for real.
Let's compare fucking net worth whenever the fuck you feel like it, and assets and equity, and we'll see who really stands where. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's I don't understand. Like we said, we don't think that this job is bad or anything, but you can't go around saying that you know all about business and even saying like, can you do this while working from home, even though you're not even working from home with whatever business you're talking about, you still have to work your dentist job. So
Yeah, I don't know. Some people just get too full of themselves sometimes. They
Yeah.
think they're in a better place than what they really are, and they put themselves up in a higher chair than
yeah,
the people around them.
But why is it always people who are doing like reception jobs? I'm sorry, but my sister-in-law, she's like this.
yeah,
She's a receptionist.
My sister is.
Oh my God, she thinks her shit don't stink. Like, dude,
she
calm
really
down.
thinks she is the big macho person
Yeah.
in my family. She thinks she's so much
Yeah.
better than me.
And so is this girl that I'm telling you about. She's a damn receptionist, and that's how her point of view is. She's above everybody. She thinks she's the Will Smith. She started a page just to, rehash, inspirational quotes from all these other people. I'm done talking about her. But I mean, yeah, it's like I was saying. Our generation has almost like no concept of long-term gains. It's
Yeah.
literally all short-term. Investment and, fucking instant gratification,
Yeah.
How many of us are actually out there saving or investing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How many of us even know how to invest?
But is it like the generation that raised us, like my parents? They make it seem like you have to have this right now. That's how my parents kind of try to teach me.
But you see, your parents, they didn't teach you right because that's not how my parents taught us. And like I said, I come
and
from...
you come from entrepreneurs.
and I'm sorry, but, they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was taught a lot of life skills that I meet a lot of friends, and I'm pretty sure you've met a lot of friends, right, Mario? Where the way their parents raised them, were they prepared for the real world, period?
No, not at all.
No, man. I feel like we were taught so much stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff that
Yeah, I think my
see people
parents a lot.
I see people posting on Facebook, this is what they should have taught in high school. No, that's what your parents should have
Yeah.
fucking taught you.
Yeah.
So
you
what the
guys,
fuck are you talking about? My
like-
parents taught me that. Your parents didn't teach you that? Sucks for you. You got some really retarded fucking parents.
Yeah, and I could say this like from my point of view. Like George and I, we have very different parents, and George was able to live on his own since like 17, 18.
Yeah.
I would not. No
Yeah.
way. And I know Mario could probably do the same.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think a lot of people can say
No,
that.
no, not really. And that's a lot of things that people really like. If your parents didn't teach you, don't linger on that too much. Where it's like, oh, my parents never taught me. No, well, go out there now. You know what you need to do. Learn how to do it, because if you don't have kids already, or when you do have kids, now it's your turn to teach them what you were never taught. That's the whole point, people. It's not what you're gonna leave them; it's what you're gonna teach your kids. You got to remember that.
And it's long term. Like you have to wait. Like basic roofing right now. Like that battle to get that school. It's like it wasn't like right away. Here's your $300,000.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of there was a lot of losses, but there were investments,
Yeah.
basically investments of time, and
You win some, you lose some.
yeah, you win some, you lose some, but that's what it takes to get to the top. I mean, like we said, it doesn't come with ease. You don't just wake up with money one day. You don't just sit at home and start,
And
message somebody trying to sell some sort of pyramid scheme. That's
Yeah.
that's not how you do it. I mean, you gotta. It's a lot of sleepless nights and early mornings.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. I agree
yes.
with that. Yeah. And a lot of people who are out there who are like, oh my God, I would love to travel for work. How great is that, Mario? How about you tell us? How great is that?
Traveling for work is not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not
It's
fun.
not fun. You
you're-
guys are you guys are in a fantasy world. You guys are in a fantasy world where you guys think that every relationship that's perfect doesn't fight. You guys fall asleep cuddling each other. Guess what? In real relationships, majority of the time, you sleep ass to ass. Especially when you're mad at each other. Nobody's cuddling the fucking sleep people. All right? And if you are, cool. All right, cool. But guess what? You're probably not even a year in yet. Sucks for you. All right?
Goodness.
Now, this is reality, people. This is fucking reality. Snap
Yeah.
into it, man. It's snap into reality. Snap into the Slim Jim of life.
Yeah, but I do think that our generation really has to get on that
Yeah.
long term. Like, I feel like a lot of people think it's too late, even though we're only 20.
Yeah, no, man.
It's not too late.
There's a lot of people who didn't make their big move until their mid 40s, guys. Till their mid 40s, guys.
And by the time they're like 50, like, look at that, they made it. Like, it's really not that.
It's the music.
Yeah, it's the
It's
music.
this music that people are listening to now where it's like they see
I
some,
agree.
they see this Tentacion, Triple X, Tentacion, Tenacon, as my wife likes to call it.
I said Teddy.
No, but for real, these young people who are like, man, he became rich. I'm gonna do like, guys, come on, get a fucking grip on life, dude. Get a grip on life. You guys want to be musicians? You guys don't even know music theory. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Seriously.
And it's not going to happen
then this,
overnight.
yeah, no,
It's
this
just
music tells
not.
them that they are.
Yeah.
Though. I just
Yeah.
seen a video, all right, where the jeweler. There's a video of Tekashi 69, right? And this guy, I guess, goes to this jeweler shop, gets this choker made for him, made out of gold and all kinds of shit. And guess what, guys? The jewelry company that he went to made a video. The owner of the jewelry shop makes a video, and he's like, hey, you're wearing around a choker. I see you going to birthday parties. You're traveling. You're doing this. You owe me 25 grand. I have no way of contacting you. I'm seeing you in your videos. Hey, man, you don't like it? Return it.
What?
Return it. Return it.
So this guy
But-
pumping this stuff.
Yeah. Tekashi 69, he doesn't have the money.
So he's lying.
The jeweler's like, you owe me 25 grand. I have no line of communication. Talk to whoever's in charge of your finances. Wire me the money. But if you want to talk about wiring money, don't expect Drake to ever pay you back on time because he's been called out.
Yeah,
He was-
has
he was-
too.
he-
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh
god,
my
that was so
God.
embarrassing.
Yeah, how crazy was that?
That was embarrassing.
That guy put him on black. Yo,
So, the guy who created the Kiki dance, or
it's something
right?
like that. Yeah, and I guess Drake was like, "Oh, I gave him $250K. It's like fucking $250,000."
to create this, like,
Dan, or
phenomenon.
whatever, yeah. And then Drake's like, "Oh, well, you know how? Have you ever wired money? You know how that wire?
Because
You
he hasn't
know?"
paid him.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid. And here's Drake talking about
But I mean, this guy had balls, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
he just got him on video because Drake's over here trying to act like his
Yeah.
friend, and he's like, "All right, where's my money?"
He's like,
though?
"Yo, what up, Instagram?"
He's like, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I don't want to hear none of that.
Where's the money?
Like, seriously? Anytime somebody owes me money, that's going to be my next move. Like, I'm going to play just like this guy. I'll be like, yo, what up, Georgie? How you been? I'm like, I don't want to hear none of that. Where's my $20, bitch? I bought you beer. I bought you beer and wings. Bought you some sushi. And I don't want to hear none of that. Man, we boys. Nah, man. Boys pay each other back, man. Where's my $20?
But that should even show you that these guys rapping about getting money,
They're not.
they don't even have it.
They're not. These people don't know how to save money.
50 Cent?
Yeah, 50 Cent is broke. He's fucking Little
worth
Bow
50
Wow
cent.
was posting photos of like supposedly some private jet, and then somebody caught him on a fucking photo. He's in coach. He said, "I'm on this private, I'm on this private jet. I'm flying coach. I'm just messing around. I'm flying coach. Let's be real for a
Our
second.
generation is just
No
like
way.
fake.
It's fake.
It's fake.
It's fake. Like that little Tay. It was all fake. People were like, she's the youngest flexer. You guys are just... No, it was all fake. You people are stupid. They're baiting you guys because they know you motherfuckers got this brain disease that makes you think that quick gratification is definitely within your grasp. It's not. It's not. Remove that from your
Sorry.
vocabulary. It's not. You're not going to become a baller over fucking night unless you win the lottery. And guess what, people? Even that doesn't work the way you guys think it does.
It does not.
You guys are fools. Absolute fucking fools. You know how many athletes are out there that squandered every cent? Where now they're trying to implement more allowance into the contracts, where it's kind of like, we're not going to give you all of it like we used to. We're going to put you on an allowance because y'all are pretty dumb. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Grown men can't
Gotta-
even control their money.
Yeah, and it's like more money, more problems. Like the more that you earn, like let's say you're making like what, like 100,000 a year. I mean, you're making a lot more than someone who's making like 50,000. But in the end, you're probably going to have more bills because, you know, your job, maybe you have to have a certain suit or you have to have certain equipment that has to come out of your pocket.
Right.
And it's more money that needs to be spent, more bills.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
basically what it
That's
is.
for sure.
I mean, people just, they have, wake up, people. Y'all want to, you guys think that by posting a woke meme on Facebook, you guys are woke. Y'all are dumb.
Oh, goodness.
Y'all are so dumb.
Yeah, if you ever add George on Facebook, the likelihood of you getting torn down.
I probably won't do it anytime soon. I hope
He's
you
trying to be nicer.
I'm trying to be nicer to people.
And I really want him to be nicer to people.
So if I've ever been mean to you guys on Facebook, I'm really sorry. Listen to my podcast. Listen to my podcast. You guys should listen to my podcast and hear me be mean about other people. I'm just sorry. I just can't tolerate fucking losers, man.
Yeah, and I try to stop him. I really do. I try to be like, come on, babe, just give this person
Ruthless.
a break. I mean,
There's
you-
no
I mean,
law. We lawless. We ruthless, baby. Another one.
Yeah.
Natural selection.
Right? No, seriously, man. I'm trying to be nice to you guys. Just listen to my podcast. I'll be
Oh,
nice.
yeah, he's so, yeah, trust me, I'm here. I'm trying to moderate him.
Yeah, I got moderators now. Can't be that bogus to that guy. Why not? Dude, you broke down his whole fucking life right now before his eyes. My bad.
Yeah. Like straight on Facebook, not private message. It can move to private messages, but it starts off with just
No, I like
straight up.
it to be public. I like to make a spectacle. I like to put extra sauce.
And the thing is, like, people will like his comments. They're secretly agreeing with him. Like, everyone wanted to say this.
I've torn people's asses up hard through social media, and then you see like the person who I'm tearing up, their like aunt or their mom like the comment. You guys, I'm not even joking.
What the hell?
I'm not even joking. And I can only imagine what that person feels like. Like, damn, this dude
Like,
just
even my mama.
did me salty, and my mama's over here liking it. Mama, do you really think I'm a loser? And she's in the room just on her iPad, just reading glasses on. You know, like.
Life changed to love.
Yeah, my son is a fucking loser. He needed to be put in his place. I don't know if that's what's happening, but no, I've seen family members do that. You guys remember last week's story about the guy getting stabbed in the neck? Neuropathy issues?
Yeah.
I've commented on his stuff in the past. Way in the past. Completely destroyed him. And his mom's over here like in the comments. You're an idiot.
Oh my
Dang.
gosh.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. It went a little bit longer. Once again, guys, sorry so much about the way that I sound right now. We are very, very sick here. I'm one sick sushi today. Yeah.
He had the man cold because Mario over here got sick. And
Yeah,
Mario,
but he hid in the room the whole fucking day. So next. Anyways, guys, don't forget today's episode was sponsored by BasicRoofingTX.com. If you are in the process of shopping for a new roof, or even if you don't know if you need a new roof and you need somebody to come inspect it, give these guys a call. If you are in the Illinois area, you could actually reach them at 630-742-0477. They'll be more than happy to get you guys an inspection on your roof. And like I said, maybe you guys don't have to pay fully out of pocket. You guys can go through your insurance, pay for your deductible, instead of spending thousands of dollars, guys. And they'll make sure you guys are set. They will get people to fight for you guys to make sure that those damn insurance companies don't screw you over, because you know that's what they're trying to fucking do. But thank you for joining us for our third episode. We'll start setting up the list in about another week on who's going to be getting those Amazon gift cards. Like I said before, we have an eye on the people who have actually been faithfully listening, faithfully liking, and we'll be sure to get you guys some merch. Get you guys an Amazon gift card, because you guys know it gets my fucking dick hard. But thank you for listening, guys. See you guys in the next one.
Take it easy.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.